Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. On behalf of the organizers, welcome to the International Webinar Series, bearing the overall theme, Developing and Expanding Consumption and Global Markets of Minor Tropical Fruits. I am Dorothy Chandrabalan of the International Tropical Fruits Network, and today's webinar specifically focuses on passion fruit with the theme Enhancing Global Consumption and Trade of Passion Fruit. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping rules. Please ensure that your internet connectivity is stable. The host has muted everyone by default so that we will not be interrupted or disrupted by background noise or latecomers. We also request that all 5 presenters to have their video on. Since time is limited for questions, the organizers encourage all of you to use the chat feature available, whereby your questions will be compiled and answered at the end of the webinar during the panel session with the speakers. Please write the name of the speaker to whom you'd want the question to be addressed to in the chat feature. Let us now begin. We have been receiving a lot of interest towards this webinar, and we are pleased to inform that participants from a total of 31 countries have so far registered for the webinar and will be joining us today. Some background to this webinar series. Over the recent years, the production and trade of minor tropical fruits have been gaining traction, especially in their role towards health and nutrition. Despite that, many of these minor fruits remain lesser known outside of their production area. Thus, it is commendable that increasing efforts are being undertaken at all scales to boost the visibility of these minor tropical fruits, in addition to expanding its trade. In view of the importance of minor fruits in diversifying the global fruit markets, food security, and income generation for producers and stakeholders along the value chain, the International Tropical Fruits Network, TFNet, is organizing a series of international webinars on selected minor fruits that can be developed further for global consumption and trade. The series of webinars, amongst others, seeks to share information among stakeholders on the various initiatives being done by producing countries to develop and expand the markets for these minor commodities. This is the second webinar after the first one, which was held recently on jackfruit. In this second series, TFNet has focused on the exotic passion fruit. The webinar is in collaboration with Guangxi Academy of Agricultural Sciences, China, Universiti Putra Malaysia Bintulu campus, and the Fruit Tree Research Institute, Guangdong Academy of Agricultural Sciences, China. The passion fruit is still considered an underrated commodity, overshadowed by popular trade peers such as the banana, avocados, and mangoes, amongst other fruits. However, over the recent years, the fruit has been gaining popularity due to its undisputed taste, in addition to health and nutritional values, leading to significant commercial potential and a steady expansion of its production and trade in many countries in the tropical and subtropical regions. New producing regions have also emerged. The positive growth in its production and trade has also led to exciting research being undertaken to explore the potential of the fruit, create value for the market, in addition to other aspects such as post-harvest handling and disease management. The passion fruit is widely enjoyed in producing countries in Africa, Latin America, and Asia, where the fruit is commonly processed into juice and other products. In some of these producing regions, the fruit is becoming more of a staple than an exotic garnish. And some of the most significant markets for passion fruit are in the EU, the US, and some parts of Asia. Demand is surely becoming more urgent in Asia as more locals are becoming familiar with the fruit. As interest grows, good working relationships need to be established among industry leaders. Greater industry connectivity needs to be developed between the producers and the market. Broader industry collaboration through strategic alliances are called for to overcome export challenges and achieve economies of scale, in addition to addressing issues on achieving quality standards for passion fruit. Hence, this webinar is set to review some of these achievements and gauge the potential of the passion fruit to be developed as a popular minor fruit. The session will now begin. We are privileged to have with us today 5 experts who possess significant experience and knowledge on passion fruit breeding, research, production, and trade, amongst others. I now wish to remind that every speaker will have 15 minutes for their presentation.